That ain't right. Maybe it is. Oh, 35 people today. I am way behind schedule. Sorry. But I'm getting on it. How's everybody doing? How's everybody's week? Let me know if the audio is good on this one and also on this one. Привет. Как дела? Меня очень хорошо. Сейчас. 5 минут. Even Anneesa's not here yet, folks. Boom, 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 boom. We had a great week, but it's been just busy. Stuff going on. Sound is perfect. Awesome. Hello from Kirksk. Good day, beautiful people. I'll get both laptops going, and we will get going here in a moment. View your channel. No, I don't want to do that. Switch account. If you guys fire away some questions, that's always beneficial, and we can pick that up as soon as I get these loaded. I'm working on 2 laptops here. You can't see them, but I got to get them up and going here a minute. So if you have some questions, fire away, and I will get to that very soon here. Shut that off, but I wasn't quite ready to roll.
Oh dear, why did you do that? It says you're live.
Well, I don't know. Then next thing I know, 45 people there, and I was like, So, hey, that's beautiful. Where's that? That's a nice photo. Очень хорошо.
All right, what do you need?
Well, here. Once you're on, I'm just getting mine loaded up, and then we will get into this. There's 56 people here. Now, don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you're new here and you've never watched the live before. My name is Arend Feenstra. This is my lovely wife, Anneesa. We are Countryside Acres. We are a...
Oh, I thought that was...
What is that all about? We are a crazy family that decided to sell everything and move to the other side of the planet, to the terrible, terrible winter land of Russia. It's not terrible. It's lovely here. I just sometimes think it's amusing when I read comments from people elsewhere that think it's terrible here. It's funny. For various reasons. Obviously, politically, there's a lot of people that think Russia is a very bad place. I had someone call me a communist today. That was interesting. In comments. It was in the comments. Yes. Not someone here. It was a Western comment. Somebody called me a communist.
All right.
Where are we going here? Okay. Am I on this channel? What channel on my own? You updated the photos on these channels?
Yes.
Did somebody buy a membership?
Yeah. They said welcome to Chicken.
To Chicken. Spasiba. I don't know if my internet's working or not. We have had horrible internet this week. You're not crazy. You are amazing. Well, I don't know. Some folks think we're crazy.
Well, maybe we are.
Мой компьютер не работает. Почему?
No, somebody gave gift membership.
Internet access connected. Maybe we got to start from scratch or something. I don't know. Oh, there it goes. No, now it worked.
Patience is a virtue. All right, you can read stuff off of here if you want. I don't know what that is.
So slow. What's what?
This.
I don't know. Kyle DeRusso, crown number 1. I don't know what that means. Maybe that's part of his thing.
Well,
I am
right here it
first.
says that's cool. And then we got number 2, number 3. We're
Yeah, I
still
don't know what
we're
that's
still
for.
new to all this. They're saying that up here there's only 0 crowns.
Oh, I was already in Countryside Corner, so that's good. Why is this doing this?
I don't know, but you could just read off mine. That would be
Well,
simpler.
my whole
You,
computer's
you
just
really
acting
should get some
slow.
organization
Oh,
in
I
your
know.
life.
I know. It's terrible. That's why I got married, so you could organize everything
I
for
know,
me.
but
Need a multitasker too. You're live on your fence. We will down low, not up high. Why so tall? Just because the posts are that long.
they'll
I
be
buy the posts. The guy that makes them, they measure lengths. So if I cut them in 3, I would have 2 meters. That's too short. By the time I shove 2 feet in the ground, I would only have 4 feet left. That would be too short for my fence. So we cut them in half. That gives me 2 3-meter posts. We put them in the ground about 2.5, probably 3 feet in the ground. So a meter, I guess. And then once we're done putting the fence on, we will cut the top off. See here it says crown top fans. So those must be top fans.
cool.
Uh-huh. Yeah, the computer's just not working well.
Well,
here.
somebody said her internet's really slow.
Is it buffering?
Your internet is slow.
The internet has been horrible this whole week. Actually, some days it didn't work at all.
Mm-hmm.
All right, am I reading from yours?
So then I plugged this in. Did you plug yours in?
It was plugged in.
Oh,
I
okay.
unplugged it.
Okay.
Yep.
Reconnecting here live. That's too bad.
If it doesn't work, we'll have to go to, we might have to drive into town or just say forget it for this week. But RM Real Estate, $10 Canadian, just saying. It's a beautiful day and I'm rebuilding my deck. We'll watch tonight. Your hard work family inspired me to get building deck and epic doghouse for our Malamutes too. Oh no, laugh out loud, Ricardo. Thank you very much, Ricardo.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. What does this mean? Buy your own.
Oh,
It's a new feature or something.
No idea. This one is.
Buy gift memberships.
Oh, he gave
Send
gifts.
5.
So other people can claim it if they're on there. A membership.
New stuff.
Mm-hmm.
New stuff. Anyway, the fence, when it's all done, will only be 5 feet tall. About 100. Well, the fence itself is 130 centimeters. So 120 is 4 feet. And then I'm going to put a barbed wire about 5-6 inches above that. Not right away, but eventually. I like having a barbed wire on the top. Just keeps the cattle from wanting to peek their heads over top. Your internet is slow. Yes. Hello from Vancouver, BC. I got a first question. Do you plan growing something purely for a profit? Some larger scale bulk selling of milk? How much land do you have available? Yes, we do. That is the plan, is to have a profitable farm. It takes a lot of money, takes a lot of time. Any homestead, anything that you set up from scratch, you can count on not making any money for the first 3 years. So you have to plan on that because it takes a lot of time. And in that time frame, of course, you need to have income. So YouTube is part of our income. We also have memberships on Boosty. If anybody wants to support it, continue growing our farm. And can you get it on there?
No, I just thought it would disconnect.
Oh, it's really hard sitting sideways like this.
Oh, I can give you this.
Anyway, it helps us grow this farm. But yes, we're planning on that. We're still hoping to milk cows this year if we can, and then we'll be able to start selling milk right away. Not in bulk, just to local customers, but that'll help us offset some of our costs, and then we'll continue to grow from there. We're also getting some sheep soon, and we already have chickens. Of course, we sell some eggs. That doesn't really make a lot of money yet, but hopefully eventually. As well as broiler chickens. Our first batch of broiler chickens will be ready, 4 weeks, something like that, 4 or 5 weeks. So this will also reduce our costs because right now our biggest cost here in Russia is groceries. We're pretty self-sufficient otherwise, but we have a lot of grocery costs. There's a lot of people to feed. So removing that cost by producing our own food will be a big asset. And then we're going to continue to grow. As we earn money, as we can afford it, we will continue to grow the farm And the bigger we grow the farm, the more income we'll make.
Did you ever hit that blue button?
He's now.
I don't remember somebody said that there'd be no if you hit that.
Is it better?
I don't
Or
know.
is it worse? Da, da, da. How much land do you have available? We have 113 hectares or 280 acres. And right now we're not using very much of it because we can't afford the farm equipment for it. We have a tractor, but we need a mower, we need a baler, we need a seed drill, a disc. We need a lot of stuff. It'll come in time. Rome wasn't built in a day. We keep working at it. Do you know a show, WK Uswil? No, I don't know what that is. No. Alexander, wow, you started speaking Russian. Oh, Tolkien Minoga. My Russian is terrible. I know a few things. That's it. Greetings from Austria. Thank you. Manfred, second one sounded better. I think micro on the chest is better than on the cap because it resonates the voice. Oh, we could try moving it down if you guys don't like where it is. I know I had it on my shirt before, and people didn't seem to like that.
He moves around too much.
Yeah. Sergey, greetings from the Netherlands. Hoop, hoop, Holland. Sorry. Sometimes I go on little tangents. Hello, hello. There is no try. Here we go. Welcome to Chicken. Andre, call your older sister and let her translate into Russian. You mean my daughter, perhaps? My daughter. Wilburn, hi, Aaron and wife. Greetings from North Carolina. Thank you. Would you prefer growing veggies on overgrown by plants peat soil or a low-quality sandy soil with not a lot of organic matter? Would you prefer growing veggies on overgrown peat soil, probably what I should say, or a low-quality sandy soil with a lot of organic matter? I don't know. We'll just take what we got. We don't have the peat soil. We like our soil. It grows good. We'll continue to work with it, and we'll turn it into good soil over time. I think it's pretty good now. Actually, it grows really well. We're going to continue to improve it over time. Good evening, everyone. Voronezh region is watching. Christina Vasilenko, you are not a crazy family. You are amazing people with well-behaved, hardworking children. Thank you very much. Greetings from Ontario.
Sorry, I just want to check this up here.
Pachimu.
I don't know how to get there, though. It was right here.
You got to move this guy. Friend, hi. 20, that's euros, isn't it? Some cookies for the kids from your lovely daughter's sale. Thank you very much. Don't forget to thumb it up.
And then there's this one.
If you scroll up, there you go.
That's still the membership.
Yep.
There's still a free membership there for somebody. Somebody gave a gift. So if anybody wants to claim them, you can just...
That's how that works?
I think so. Yep, I think that's how it works.
I have no idea. Not that intelligent, man. What can I say? Farther down. Farther down. You got the power.
I can't edit these things.
Why not?
This is live.
Oh, you don't have to edit.
Are you ready? Or
I am.
Waiting on you.
It's just hard when I don't have control of the
you can have it, but you didn't take it.
I don't mind holding on to it either. Where were we? Membership.
There you go. Somebody took it.
Membership.
There you go.
Oh, he bought membership.
He bought memberships for other people. He bought 5 of them.
Wow.
And then I think he bought 5 more. So I think there was 10 of them.
Well, thank you very much, folks. Well, I guess it's just him.
Or her. Yeah.
There you go. Moscow is watching. There's some problem with the picture again. The internet's very slow all across Russia. We're having some serious internet troubles due to terrorism, more or less. Are you putting a hot wire on your fence? Why so tall? Predators. So no, the fence is not for predators. The fence is to keep our animals in. That's the only reason we're doing it. The hot wire would be to keep the animals off the fence. They like rubbing their heads, they like rubbing their backs, and they will eventually stretch the wire. So to prolong the posts and the wire, I like to put a hot wire on the inside just to keep them away from it. But I don't want to have just a hot wire because there's a tendency for animals to go under it or over it. And we have a highway here. I don't want any cattle on the highway. That would be very bad. Sound is good, but sometimes I think it's the internet connection that makes it lack and microphone cracking sounds, as your picture also sometimes blur and sometimes freezes. Not a problem with the picture, but with the internet speed. That's right. Anneesa, you spend a lot of time working outside in the sun. How do you take care of your face? What creams do you use?
None. I don't put any creams on my face ever.
Yep. Why not?
Um, I don't know.
I guess if you're dried out, you might put on something like
Yeah, but very
Vaseline or
rarely.
something.
What I find is the cream actually makes my face break out, so I never put anything on it.
A lot of people wear an enormous amount of makeup, which is terrible for your
Yeah,
skin.
yeah. I remember actually it was funny because I used to wear a little bit of makeup on my eyes and a little bit of makeup. Well, not very much. I never wore a lot of makeup, but I always laugh because years ago, and you hate people with makeup, but years ago
I
when
don't
I was,
hate. No, that's
well, you
strong.
hate makeup. You don't like the makeup. Makeup is just
Hate's
not
a strong word. I dislike it. Yeah.
it's just not a good
I
thing
think
to
it's
him.
gross.
Yeah. Okay. He doesn't like makeup. Anyway, so I did a school project when I was a little girl. We had to do a project on something, and mine was on makeup and pharmaceutical companies and how makeup was bad for your skin and how horrible it was for your skin and how pharmaceutical companies are making lots of money on all this. Anyway, I just think it's funny because
It's chemicals.
it's just
I
chemicals.
see a lot
It's
of
not
people
natural.
that wear makeup, especially girls around here that have like deep, deep red pock marks and stuff on their face. And sticking all that chemicals on your face cannot be good for it at
No,
all.
I think a lot of them, they think by covering it with that stuff, they're actually making it better, but they're actually making it worse.
Yeah,
If
your
you would
skin
let your
pores are supposed
skin
to
just
breathe.
breathe and heal, and I think it would just
Yeah.
totally.
That, and I like giving my wife a kiss, and I do not want a mouthful of blah. So
That's full of
I
blah.
see some people wear a lot of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a little bit's not probably the end of the world. Aaron, you received a new bucket for the loader. Have you used it yet? I have not. The boys did. Wes used it for leveling some dirt. Seems to like it, and Waylon used it for moving some hay. But that's it. I haven't had a chance to use it yet. The joys of having kids, that drive tractors. Farrell, hello from Nigeria. How is the imaginary Putin check coming in?
No idea what you're talking
New York Times think you getting a lot of it. I
about.
get you. Yeah, we're not getting paid. It's funny how many people think that the Russian government just hands out money. Like we haven't received any money, like no assistance other than with paperwork, like get us in the right direction and get us temporary residency, that kind of thing. But everything that you see here, we've done with our own hands and with our own finances. And if you're a Westerner thinking of coming here, it's not like they're not going to meet you at the airport with a suitcase full of cash and say
Mm-mm.
welcome, right? Yeah, they may help you with your
Yeah,
paperwork
and
because they like you to be here, but they want you to be on your own 2 feet. So.
even a lot of Russians think because we're a large family and we now have temporary residency that we can get support from the government that way. And
Yeah, we don't get that either.
no, and even medical, everybody's told us that, oh, get your medical insurance and all that stuff, and you got it, and you still had to pay. That it doesn't work for us. So,
Well, some stuff does, some stuff doesn't. But we do have access to some state medical now, but that's limited. Yeah,
mm,
but we don't get anything out. Citizens would get like large family
discounts
stuff.
and
I don't
things
know.
like
Yeah,
that,
they
but
get
we don't.
money, I guess, for free buses, or we don't get anything like that. So maybe once we become citizens, I guess I don't know when that happens, but at this point we don't get anything,
Hmm.
and that's fine. That's not complaining. Anyone that thinks we're complaining, we're not complaining.
No, we're just pointing at the obvious. A lot of people think that we're just getting free handouts, and that's not the case. We aren't.
Hello from Ontario. Mad Max, I'm 7 minutes behind you. Why would someone call you communist? You're a farmer selling crop yields. It doesn't get any more capitalist than that.
You should hear some of the things people have said about
Oh,
us.
yeah.
Like
I was having fun with this person. It was Sunday and I was bored, so I started writing them back
I
and
know,
forth. But
so much for our non-techno.
yeah, true. Digital free. Well, it was
Yeah.
digital free for most of the day.
Yeah.
But no, it's just one of those crazy people who probably has communist leanings themselves. They're probably socialists and live in the West and just think that, I don't know, they just like to throw terms out there, just like everybody throws Nazi out there all the time. Like, half of them don't even know what that means. They just use it as an insult, right? Hi, guys. I saw on the map near the village there are 2 more fields, one big and the other small. Did you buy them too? What are your plans for them? We prefer if people stop letting everyone know where we live. So that would be good. I'm not sure how you know exactly where we are. We own them too, yes.
Hmm.
We are going to farm them eventually. As I said earlier, we need some equipment first. Right now, we don't have the equipment to do it.
Like we said, there's kind of crazy people out there have threatened our families' lives, so it's nice if we don't let the whole world know
Yeah, I
where we
actually
live.
deleted a few people off the channel last week just because they put our address out there. I don't know why people feel the need to do that.
Mm.
Wasn't appreciated, and if you're wondering why you can no longer comment on the channel, that is why.
Mm.
Hello from Novobrizsk. Your family has become a symbol of Western migration to Russia. I wish you success. Well, thank you very much. I don't know how much of a symbol we are. We're just trying to do our best, just trying to live our lives and take care of our family.
Hmm.
It is a responsibility. We do see that, and I don't think we've really understood yet the impact that we're having. I guess we're just doing our thing, but a lot of people are coming. I think, and you know, if we can help some way, we will. A shop. It's small chain with healthy food. You can sell your products there. Regarding soil, I need to choose for my project to plant veggies 3 times a year and raise pasture pigs on it. You'd be better off down south then, 3 times a year. Well, depending on where or on Krem, someplace like that, you're going to have a much longer growing season, more likelihood of planting multiple crops. Again, I don't know about three. You throw a greenhouse up for sure. You could do that. And that's what I'm planning on doing here eventually is building a greenhouse. But of course, it takes money again, right? So we need to get going. We need to start, hopefully, stop investing money soon. We got a lot to buy yet, but we got to earn money first. So hopefully, whatever we've got invested now will start turning a profit slowly, and then over the next X amount of years, we can start to add things to it. What are you doing? How's the weather there? Haven't you been baked yet? Has the hurricane blown off your roof?
No.
The weather's great. We had some hot weather there for a week. It was like 32 degrees, too hot almost. And we've had some cool weather this summer as well. I would say last summer was better. It was a very, very nice summer. But all in all, no, it's good. It's been really good. Tracy's local learnings. Hello, everyone watching from BC, Canada, sending loving blessings. Mad Max, if you have line of sight based, FM based internet, you could definitely benefit from raising your post higher due to curve of the earth. Yeah, I don't think that's an issue. I got lots of cell towers here. Like I can easily see them. Do the kids get ponies one day? Again, that would be one thing once we can afford it. Yes. Uh, a horse, if I bought one right now, would just cost money. We need to focus on earning an income. So, we're all collectively working on that and discussing what can we do differently to try to earn a few dollars here so that we can eventually get to that point. But right now, no.
Internet is from 2004.
2000. Yeah, it's a bit slow. Yeah, riding, jumping, doing sports,
With
aerobics.
the
Everybody.
pony.
Oh, with the horse or the pony. Yeah, one day. Rhonda, a lot of chemicals in makeup.
Mm.
Absolutely. If you start looking up some of the stuff, and you've done that for your project years ago, like you said, but some of the chemicals and things that are in there, yeah, it's
You know
gross.
what I used to look up too is even shampoos. You know how many
Mm,
chemicals are in shampoos?
hmm
Like I can't even use Canadian shampoos because most of it has gluten in it. Right? I'm very picky on my shampoos here. I have a hard time finding products that don't have extra chemicals and everything. And you're putting that on your skin. It
hmm
absorbs into your
Same as
body.
dandruff. Dandruff is oftentimes, maybe
Yeah.
not always, but
Yeah.
oftentimes because you're washing your hair too often.
Yeah, exactly. Your body needs to like
You need
oils,
natural oils.
natural
Yeah.
oils on your skin.
Nature is so beautiful. Don't use chemicals.
Hmm.
Do you miss Canada at all? Nah, I miss the simplicity of it because I know where everything is, but I don't see a future there. And the more often I talk to people that are still there, or I see something that shows up on my feed about the tax system, or I don't know something that's happening there, then I have no
Hmm.
desire to move back. We're
I feel like when I went there, a lot of people pointed out the fact of how refreshed I look. It's because it is really simple there. It's like I know where everything was. I knew how to drive, like how to how to drive in my car, and if I got pulled over by the police, I knew how to talk and communicate with them. The stress of that wasn't there when I was there. So of course I'm going to be more relaxed because it's like that was just my normal lifestyle before I came here. But I don't think I would ever want to live
No.
there again.
I mean, to be realistic,
Like I
every
missed all
day
my
is a challenge
family,
here,
but
right? But that doesn't mean that it's like it doesn't mean that we want to run away from the challenge. It's just
I
every
call
day is challenge.
I kind of call it growing pains.
Yeah, it's a
Like
lot of work.
any relationship, you have growing pains at the beginning of that relationship, right? So I feel like we're at the beginning of a relationship here in this country, and we have growing pains.
Mhm.
That's exactly what it is.
Immigrated here, and same thing. You get it behind you, it's not such a big deal. It just takes time to get. People over there, of course.
Mhm. And
Hopefully,
talking your native tongue regularly.
hopefully they'll move here. If you guys are watching, come please.
Yeah.
Yeah, fellowship. Yeah, speaking in English.
Mhm.
Yeah. But lately we've been blessed. God has brought us a few English-speaking people to the door, and so we have been able to do that in the last little while. Arend and Anneesa, good evening. I wish you and your wonderful children health and peace.
Thank you very much.
Gregory, Mad Max in rural Russia. Oh, this is about, okay, so that's at somebody, I guess. Limited due to security, yes. Unfortunately, there is terrorism, and we need to just put up with the restrictions that are put in place because it's for our own good, and I recognize that as well. So I'm not complaining about the lack of internet. It's just unfortunate.
It's inconvenience because we live in a day and age where we are spoiled with internet.
Yeah, but it's unfortunate that we have to live in a situation like that where there are people who wish ill harm, I guess, with terrorism.
Right.
Like without looking, happiness sells. Oh, he liked without. Thank you. Hello, can you volume up? No.
I don't know. Can you turn your volume on your mics on?
No, I don't think there's a volume on there. No. You have to do it on your end. You have to just crank it.
What is this?
What have you done? Friend, hi. 50 euros for Anneesa nature products. Usually very expensive. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thumb it up.
Is that the title?
No, I think it just means natural products.
Thank you very much. You have to find your. Oh.
Where? Right here? No?
No, that's I skipped.
Pachimo?
I went to the super.
Oh,
and then you
why did you do that?
Right there.
Right here. No, we're in the right spot. So. Hello to fellow countrymen from Nizhny Novgorod region, the city of Zirach. Thank you. Hello. You're going to take care of your health. When will you receive your citizenship? No, that's not up to us. That's
a long time from now. We have to do permanent residence.
Typical process, you get temporary residency, which we now have. Then 3 years we have before we can pass. Well, in 3 years. No, I think you have to wait either way. And then we have to write a language test and get our
you
permanent
can do it
residency.
in 9 months.
Can you?
Yeah, if you know it, but we don't know English or the language.
And then I think it's 6 years or something to citizenship. So the whole process is like 7, 8 years.
Some people it's 19.
Some days longer. We know someone that took them 19 years to get citizenship. It's a long road, and you cannot get. Well, like we said, some of the benefits that are available are not available for people who aren't citizens, which makes sense. Canada hands them out to everybody that shows up, it seems like, and that's not good. But anyway, it just makes things a little bit more challenging for people who are immigrating. All your videos are always clear except Sunday.
Yeah.
Well, this is a live video. That would be why it's not clear.
We're not edited. We didn't put this, like, our videos on every other day are uploaded. So they're pre-made.
Good question. Can you get a loan? Probably yes. Interest rates are fairly high right now.
Very high.
I'd rather not. I'd rather wait and hope that we can make some money and kind of use our own. Just with everything going on in the world today. Somewhere in Russia, hi, please consider moving your live broadcast to Telegram due to YouTube's slow speed.
We might be able to try that one week. I don't know how that works.
A Telegram live?
Я
тоже не знаю.
Right. I don't know. Maybe it's something.
But then there's no subtitles, right? You wouldn't have.
Not in the future, unless we put it somewhere after. Yeah, I'm not sure how that works.
The reason I'm blocking her, I'm using a mouse. I guess I could move this mouse
Yeah,
probably.
you could. You're more than
We
capable.
have 2 laptops here, but mine
You
wasn't
could
working
close
for
yours
some
and
reason.
move it over.
And so I'm reading off hers, and that's why I'm half covering her body. I'm not actually that rude.
Oh, I don't.
You think I don't?
Just kidding. He's not.
The loan to get equipment. Yeah. Somebody else suggested recently maybe there's some leasing options for equipment. So I don't know. We'd have to look into it. The trouble is a lot of that stuff is for new. I would rather buy used equipment because used equipment is much cheaper.
Normally.
But nobody would give you a loan likely for used. Even the grant that we applied for was all for brand new stuff. You have to spend way more money, right? When there is some used stuff available. So, what's up?
Just a minute. You could keep talking.
You just told me just a minute. I don't
I
know
know,
what
but
you're
you're
doing.
playing with the mouse.
Well, I need the mouse.
And I was just trying to turn this back on. So
what for? What is it? What are you doing?
So I can hear if you're.
Oh, in there. Testing, testing. Can you hear me now? Through the good ear or the bad ear?
We're still a little delayed.
All right.
I try to do things discreetly. Did you know that? And then it's like you just like give it away like completely.
Well, they can't see it, but you just smacked my hand away from the mouse.
Right, because you were doing this, and I was trying to move it down here.
Yeah, I'll just move this mouse over here, and then you can't smack me anymore. Getting disciplined. I live in a village near Kazan, 50 kilometers from the city. Nearby village already has fiber optic internet. Ooh, I have 4G only, 50 megabytes to 150 with security limit. That would be nice. I was asked that today if we have it. I don't believe we have fiber optics here.
Yeah, I don't know.
Russia needs its own Starlink. Yes, I missed that. I do miss my Starlink. We still have it. It's sitting out in Canada there. One of the few things we have left over there. It doesn't work here. Rhonda, protect the children, people. The family doesn't need where they live reported. Thank you. Alex, hello from Italy. Crazy. Greetings from Bobrusk. Greetings from Arizona. It seems that Boosty takes 10% of the total donated amount. Is PayPal a better option? Do you have anybody in the U.S. using Zelle?
PayPal takes a ridiculously high amount.
They all do. YouTube takes a whole.
I didn't think Boosty was that that high though. Like I didn't realize it was that high.
I don't know. You want me to click on that for you?
Yes, please.
Turn it down or turn it off?
Just mute you for a minute.
Oh,
you're so loud.
Such a relief.
I know, you had to hear it double time. I was just trying to check to make sure the volume's still good. So,
what cattle do you have? We have 2 calves right now. Actually, I just bought a third one from the same farmer. They are Yaroslav cross calves.
They might be beef.
And that's all we have so far.
Yummy,
yeah, we might just eat them.
When they're older.
Gregory, limits only to mobile internet and not all the time. Wired internet works well everywhere. Yes, exactly. How much do you make on YouTube? None of your business, but it's enough to survive. That's about it. Mad Max.
Yeah, it's not enough to
borrow money right now. Interest is 25%.
It's not enough to sustain a farm.
No, somebody recently suggested that we make a ton of money on YouTube. That is not the case. YouTube takes like 45% of anything on the platform.
I thought it was 55.
55? I don't know. We get either 45%, they get 55%. And then about half of our audience is Russian. You get absolutely zero for any Russian audience at all. And then it varies by country after that. So it's very limited, and it's gone down a long way recently. We have been talking about maybe me going back overseas for work, but I'm hoping I don't have to do that. So we'll keep plugging away here. There are some people now using pure tallow as skin cream, and apparently it works well. Yeah, I can see that.
See, I used to bake with just tallow. I loved it. Actually. It reminded me of Crisco, like the stuff you would make for pastries and stuff, or you would use for pastries, and it was so nice to bake with. We use lard too, but I find lard is really greasy, where the tallow was just more like, it wasn't as greasy. It was so nice to work. I loved baking with it. And cooking with it. Like I used it in my pan all the time, and it wasn't like really oily or whatever. I really liked it. I look forward to being at that stage again. Oh, soon I'll get there.
Tinker's wife, hello from Oregon. A not regarding chemicals, a not, why not? Anyway,
And
regarding
now,
a note,
maybe?
probably yesterday. Note
Oh.
regarding chemicals and shampoo. The scalp is one of the areas in the body that take up chemicals easiest. Yeah.
No, I really thought.
Tinker's wife on the side
I
note
know.
has been with
Hi.
us. I forget your real name again. I'm horrible with names.
Let me think.
Patty? No.
Patty.
Yes?
Yep. Yeah, you did it.
Probably wrong.
Oh, you did
Yeah,
it.
anyway. Been with us for like years. Thank you for your continued support of our
Yeah,
channel.
she has a channel too. You guys could go and check her out as well. Anyway, back to what was I saying? Oh, I really noticed. So, like when I had gallbladder issues a few years back, to get me, I had a lot of issues, and then I ended up being pregnant. And during my pregnancy, I did not want to have a gallbladder attack, and I was still having a lot of issues with my gallbladder. So I started using castor oil compress, like packs. I made packs and I put them on my gallbladder, and it actually made like the pain subside for like weeks on end. It was amazing. And that's when I really like I already knew that your skin and your, scalp and everything was a big one to absorb the chemicals into your body, and we wanted to avoid putting stuff on. I already knew that, but that's when it really sunk in how much we put stuff on our bodies, how much that affects our internal body. And it was like, because this castor oil, just by putting it on the outside of my skin, actually limited the pain inside. And I was like, wow, that's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So it really, really
you think of things
opened my eyes.
Like a patch too, right? Nicotine patch would be one of them. Many years ago, we both smoked, believe it or not, but nicotine patch, same thing. You're absorbing that through your skin.
Yeah, and it's going in your
But
bloodstream.
yet people smear this
They
stuff
don't
all over their face
understand
and
it.
don't realize it.
But not even that. Sunscreens.
Sunscreen,
Like
that's
everybody
another
puts
battle.
sunscreen on. Now
I never use sunscreen.
we don't use it, but like the odd time I will, for the kids. But I have a natural sunscreen, but I really I don't really enjoy using it on them. I try to avoid it at a cost. We try to cover them up in ways, and if they do get a little bit of burnt, then we put we will put a little bit of something after on them. But I try not to use it, and I usually don't try to put them in the sun full exposure. Like that's obviously not good either.
Hello from Maryland. You guys are amazing. How are your Russian language skills coming along? Slowly.
Very slow, but I actually was surprised today how much we went to church today to have fellowship with some other people, and I was really surprised how much I understood going on around me. Like stuff on the board I could read, I could understand some of the songs, I could understand a few words here and there.
We have, to be honest, put in very little effort into the language so far. Obviously, we've been busy with everything else, building this farm. And the main reason for that is because as parents of lots of kids, our priority is for them and for their future. So we could have spent the first year and a half in school studying, but then the kids wouldn't have a roof over their heads or food in their mouths.
So. Well, and stability. That's a lot of it. If I was busy, it's bad enough that I'm busy editing all the time. We limited that to 1 to 2 days a week, but
we're trying to, and it doesn't always work.
No, it doesn't always work. And I feel like I lost a lot of time with our children by just moving to Russia. And if we were focused all the time in school and editing, I probably wouldn't even have seen my kids the last year and a half.
So most of what we've learned has just been day-to-day interactions, going shopping, buying things, trying to read stuff online, and learning new sentences, new phrases. So most of the time I can get by pretty good, far from fluent.
Now, I just said to you today, I think on the way home in the car, that I think we're at a point now that I actually feel like my brain is calm enough.
You got enough basics you could learn something.
That I might be able to just take a day a week and I could go and I could do an online course of even learning the grammar and learning sentence structure, how to read words. Like I have a really good course that I actually picked up a fair bit from just by doing it like a handful of lessons. The kids have been doing it and they've been doing really good with it, but I was surprised how much I picked up in the short order that I used it. But then of course time gets away on you. But I just said to him that I think I'm at a point now mentally that I could take a day every week and actually focus, and I might actually absorb it. Like
that'd be good. Rhonda, a friend told me immigrants to Canada are now given 82,000. That
Plus
must be
month.
a year, I guess, plus monthly benefits, but Canadians get nothing. Yeah, I
Wow.
don't know if that's right because Canadians do get a lot too. There's a lot of socialist stuff in Canada, really.
Mm.
And I'm not a huge fan of any of it because people become more and more reliant on the state and less reliant on themselves.
Right, but maybe that's what the plan is, right? Like,
Well, I think that is the plan, yeah. But like farming as well, they give out some relief and stuff, which farmers need, but then they become more reliant on the relief. And long term, I think it's bad. It's damaging. The government should just back off, reduce regulations in every country, reduce regulations, reduce red tape, make it easier to do business, and allow the people to earn a living. Right? Because on the one hand, they tax the snot out of you for something, and then on the other hand, they're giving you a rebate. Well, never mind the rebate and drop the taxes. You know?
mm,
A lot of people brag about the healthcare in Canada too because it's free. It's not free. It comes out of your taxes. So anybody paying taxes is paying a lot for that healthcare.
mm,
That's not free. I recently see somebody do the math. In Canada, we pay more for healthcare than you do in the United States. You can get a really good health plan in the United States that would be better care, faster care, and better than what you get in Canada for less money. Right? We pay more money in Canada on taxes. So it's not always all that great, but yeah, the immigrants are given a lot, and I don't think that's right either. There's people that work their entire lives, especially seniors, work their entire lives in the country, and have a hard time making ends meet.
mm.
And then some immigrant shows up and gets all the stuff handed. I don't think that's fair,
And
and I don't
that's in
think it's fair
Canada
in
you're
any
talking
country. Yeah.
about.
So in Russia, we don't get anything, and I think that's fair.
Well, we've been just even getting, encouragement.
Yeah, but I mean, they're not handing out money like,
No.
and we don't
No,
deserve it. I didn't work here my whole life. I have to prove
the
that we
Russians have been
deserve to
very
live here.
supportive
So
of us, and we thank them
yes,
greatly. Yeah.
you can transcribe the show with AI. Probably
Mm,
not live though. I wish you and your family all the very best. We enjoy your updates. Continue to enjoy your life in beautiful Russia. Thank you,
thank you.
Yekaterina. Yekaterina. Are you planning to build a church in your land or in the village for the community? No plans right now. We talked about it for the community. That I mean, we really came here. We want to be part of community. So if our community members feel the need for a church, then we would like to help out in whatever way we are able to. Um, because we're community-minded people, we believe it's very important to
Hmm.
build community, to assist your neighbors,
Yeah, help
and
each other.
help each other. So if that's what they need, whether it would be our style of church or not, if that's what they need, we would of course come and help.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, we
and do
do
that.
have somebody that we're thinking of helping renovate her house.
Yes, yeah, that might be an
Yeah.
upcoming project if anybody's
Hmm.
interested in assisting in that. There's someone that we know that
Hmm.
needs help. They have a house that's not fit right now,
Yeah,
and
and
we would
when
like to
I would
do
like
some
to
renos
help
to
her
it. So,
before winter.
yeah.
Yeah.
Gary Grant, Aaron, I've seen a video on Russia, and there is firms that hire out all farm machinery for hire by day or week. Well, in Canada, I can get whatever machinery I want anytime for the hour, day, or week. Here, I have not found anything, and I have asked and asked and asked, maybe in different areas. I've even asked the government guys. Yes, there's no rental options here. How are your crops doing compared to Canadian soil? Just curious.
We don't have crops in,
Yeah, we got nothing in the fields,
but
in
other
the
crops,
in the
like
garden.
other farmers, have stuff.
Yeah, well, they look good. Yeah, we drove by some oats the other day and it looked
Hmm.
amazing.
Hmm.
Of course, you don't really know until you stick the combine in and start counting your bushels. Uh, the corn, we usually talk about it being knee high by July, 4th of July, I think. Our corn was above that, so I think that's good compared to where we're from. But obviously, it depends as well where you are in Canada or where you are here.
Well, it always depends too. And
All in
some
all,
of
the vegetables are doing great. I think
Yeah,
we're
I
doing
think
really
so.
good.
They're
So
coming really fast. We had really, really cold, a lot of rain, and then, but not enough that it rotted anything. Like it wasn't that much. It
hmm
drained really well. But then the sun came and the heat. I said, we need heat units. And I was like, okay, enough with the
too
heat
much heat.
units, right? Like everything's coming to head and everything's coming like a
Yeah,
vengeance
the
now.
corn's probably like if you pull the leaves up, it's probably up to about here right now. So that's
Mhm.
pretty tall. This neat here escaped from Canada. I'm curious who you are. But hi from this Canadian in Mexico. Love your videos. Thank you very much for your support. Is this a new super here that I should be clicking on?
I don't think so. I think it just hasn't
Oh,
disappeared.
now it's scrolling here.
Oh, no, it's the
Oh,
same.
same one. Okay. Do you still speak Dutch? Yes, I do.
Fluent. You can.
Yeah, there'll be a few words I don't know because I'm out of practice. I haven't spoke Dutch in a long time, but I can, yeah. Check into the possibility of putting a cell phone tower on your property. Oh, there's enough cell phone towers here. That's not the issue. It's due to the ongoing hostilities and terrorist attacks that we need to limit our internet to prevent the bad guys from doing bad things.
Flying objects.
In Europe, there's terrible heat of plus 40.
Wow.
Actually, the weather is cool. Whoops.
Sometime.
We'll start here. The video and sometimes audio is still bad. My suggestion is to try reducing video resolution on your end if you can. 480 or 360 for chat video is quite enough and saves on upload bandwidth. That would be in settings, I think.
It's at 480 right now, right here.
Okay, and they're suggesting we go
360.
480 or 360.
You could try next one down, but I don't think that's the issue. I honestly think it's the buffering from the internet.
We might have lost you now.
No.
Still there?
See, it's the buffering. It's just the internet.
Yeah, I think it's just
so
the internet's
slow.
Bad. Anyway, greetings, neighbors. Keep up the good work. Have you tried looking for some cooperations with farmers in the region? There are no farmers. Russia doesn't really have them. And I know people got mad at me for saying that before, but it's not like Canada. Canada, every 40 hectares is another farmer, and every farmer owns like 3 tractors and a mower and a baler and, you know, all the stuff. And so if you get stuck, you can just go borrow one from a neighbor. The picture just improved. There you go. So it must be better. We just changed it to 360. Here, the only farmers I'm aware of are these huge industrial farms. You know, they're busy with their own stuff, so that's okay. I don't really need the land cut this year. We don't have any animals to feed the hay to. If it grows another year and falls down, that is fertilizer for the soil. That hay that falls down, a lot of people think is wasted. It's not. It falls down onto the ground, and the bugs, the organisms, the worms, the little teeny microscopic organisms that live in the soil eat that and turn it into topsoil. So next year it'll be more productive than it is this year. It's not wasted at all. It's actually good for your land.
Yes, it's Patty.
Yep, I'm Patty. There you go. We finally got to. Yeah, I got to get a prize for that or something. I'm terrible with names normally. Well, thank you for your continued support, Patty. She's also from Oregon, right? And I remember talking to her lots during the massive protests in Oregon. That's quite a few years ago. Hello from Bashkortostan Republic, Russian Federation. Good luck. Sorry to my bad English. No problem. Russia has its own plan for building a Russian version of Starlink satellite. Sweet. Jim, hit the like button, people. Yeah, I didn't even hit it myself. Oh, you did already.
I already did.
Good. Give her a thumbs up, folks.
211.
Ah, very good. Yesterday, I got some honey from one of the 3 beehives, looking for opportunity to send some to you. Oh, that'd be great. We love honey. And we look forward to having honeybees here again as well. We had 2 hives in Canada at our last place. We never got to harvest any honey because we sold the farm and moved to Russia. So eventually, we hope to have some hives here on the farm as well. And yeah, then we'll have our own honey. Yep, the Indians are getting 82,000. Crazy.
Wow.
Crazy.
Oops.
Yeah, they let a lot in. So anybody that doesn't know, immigration has become a massive problem in all Western countries. And Canada, in the first 3 months of this year, let in 500,000 new immigrants, which may not seem like a lot, but if you can consider that Canada only has 40 million people in it, 500,000 is a huge amount of people. And keep in mind that we have big housing problems in Canada where people can't find affordable housing. Now you let in 500,000 more people. That only drives up all of those costs. They also, even though no matter what age they are, they all take up the low-end jobs that typically students would consume, students and elderly people. And so now although they have work, the students and elderly have less work. Oh, it's supposed to be July. Did somebody just correct me?
Yeah, but this is the other page, so
Oh, you'll be able to edit later.
yeah.
It's not June 20th. It's July. My apologies. So anyway, it is a problem. Immigration is certainly a problem. Socialism is not bad, but regulating farming too much is bad. Basically, socialism is farming should be like 10%. I'm simplifying. Yeah, I'm not a fan of socialism at all, really. I think everybody should, like, I guess yes and no. I am.
Hmm.
I don't think it's the government's responsibility to help you. Like, I think the government should butt out, just do its government stuff, and you should look after yourself. And if you can't, then your friends, family, and neighbors should look after you. Unfortunately, that doesn't always happen, of course, to one reason or another. People don't always like helping each other, but it is our moral obligation to help those around us, not the government. Um, I don't ask the government for help when I have a problem. I try to solve it myself. And if I can't solve it myself, then I go to those closest to me, friends or family. I, Government would be the last one that I think of to call. And I guess it's just a different mindset. But I had that, and I figure they're busy enough anyway. I'm not saying that I'm right in that matter either. I just think full blown socialism. There's a lot of people that stand around with their hand out, I guess, and that's where I have the problem because, as the Bible teaches too, that if man will not work, neither shall he eat. And it is our duty to look after ourselves first and foremost. It's not someone else's duty to look after you. If you're not able to, like, we should always look out for the orphans and the widows, of course, and those who are less fortunate. Mad Max here in the U.S., we say feathers, not dots.
Hmm.
I'm not sure what that's for. Suncatcher. As I understand it, the inconsistent poor quality of the stream is because the laptop can't handle buffering during encoding. If there was a
Well,
problem with
what
the
I
net, then there would be connection break.
what I realized that we did
Mhm.
is we fixed our picture quality on our computer, which
It's not on there.
so it's not on there.
So
So
it shouldn't make any
they
difference.
have to fix it. They have to change the quality on their end to 360, and it'll be nicer because we did it on
Well, I don't think
ours.
this is any better, is it?
Yeah, it is. It's a lot
Huh?
better. You can actually see our faces.
Okay, so if you
So
go on
you
your
guys
screen,
have to
find the little star for settings, and once you go
now
to
the little gear.
yeah, the little gear guy, click on settings, then click on quality, and you could change it to 360 or change it to whatever you like, but that might improve the quality. Less pixels. It is July already. You wrote June. Oh, that's correct. We're not recording from a laptop. We're actually recording from our cell phone right now. Sorry to the last question. And it's definitely an internet issue. We have internet issues. I sent you Fox Control. Did you get it? I don't know what that means. Rediculate once again. Greetings from the Brit in Poland. Just wanted to say how much I treasure my time spent with your family. A day without a video is a sad day. I take such positive inspiration from you all. Wow. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That inspires us because a lot of people don't realize is that yeah, we edit our videos and some days we don't have good days, just we're human. And when people write stuff like that, it really encourages us to keep going. So, thank you so much.
And it's I think it's tougher than people to realize. Like, if we don't make videos, we have no income, and then we're in a big problem because what do we do then without income? So we need the money in order to survive, but on the flip side, we also need to spend time as a family. And so, like, she does all the editing all the time. She's very busy. If we were putting out 6 videos a week for a while, and that's just it's too much. We can't do it. So as we said in the last stream too, we're going to cut down to 3 videos probably a week. We may do more on the other channel because doing podcasts and interviews is less editing. It's a lot easier and takes less work for her. But we have to stay focused on our family. We can't just be chasing money all the time. So how that's going to work for us as far as making an income, I don't know yet. We have to start producing an income off this farm. That's the main thing. So.
But even just being in the public eye sometimes can be hard on people. People don't realize that, like we appreciate all of our viewers, but sometimes you get negative comments and things, and we try not to regard them. We try to just ignore them, but it can be hard. So when people write us comments like that, it's just really encouraging, and it helps us to keep going because we know that there's more positive here than negative, and we really enjoy our community. Like part of us really enjoys just this, our interaction on Sundays and communicating with, you know, our followers. That's
Mm-hmm.
great. It's really a community that we've built all over the world, and you start thinking of it, it's really really cool. So we thank you all.
Absolutely. Hello, Serbia. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Glad to see you. Good fella. Listen to what he is talking about and stop crying about picture.
Thank you. We are
Tracy's.
thinking about doing a podcast as well, which would be us talking about things, and it would kind of coexist with our other
Yeah,
channel.
you can listen to it while you're driving in your car.
Yeah,
You don't have to
so
watch us.
we might do both. We might do the same what we are discussing on our other channel. We might then put it onto a podcast.
And on that note, we're also open to some great topics. If you got some great topics, could even be a series of topics that we could do for podcasts. Let us know.
Yeah, we always talk about because we do a lot of driving together, and we'll have these great discussions. I'm like, you know what, we should be talking on this, like recording this, because we're just talking and we have such good talks. And then, yeah, we could put it on our podcast.
Yeah, the teens who want to work cannot find jobs in Canada. Yeah, no, on that note, there is a problem of
Laziness.
lack of work ethic as well. There are a lot of people who don't want to work, and that is also one of the reasons why they bring in so many immigrants, of course.
Yeah.
But the more immigrants they bring in, the less likelihood of a young person being able to find a job. And if you take away those low income jobs like flipping burgers at McDonald's, if you remove that, what are you left with for the kid? He has to find a job. You need experience. Well, where is he supposed to find experience? So no, we would like to hire you, but we can't because you don't have any experience. Well, come on. Where are these kids supposed to find experience? And traditionally, those jobs, McDonald's, Burger King, Tim Hortons, Pizza Hut, whatever, that was students, or seniors. Right? Walmart too. There's lots of seniors there, and it gives the seniors something a chance to earn a living. And unfortunately, a lot of and the Canadian government doesn't seem to care. They just keep flooding every year. They bring in more and more and more immigrants.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with immigration if your country needs it and can financially support it. But Canada is in very troubled times and most certainly should not be bringing in more people. This comment I didn't understand. I know socialism and communism intimately. That makes sense. Don't start it like is happening in the West. And I don't understand the rest of that comment, so feel free to explain yourself there. Mad Max, yeah, we already know what they look like, and they're just sitting there talking as long as audio is clear. Good point. Kardashian, are you all growing potatoes for Russia's potato shortage? 40% inflation for potatoes.
We have grown potatoes here, and they're just for our own use.
Well, we have 2,000 square meters of taters.
I know, but we've got an issue with potato bugs this year. I've never, ever had an issue with potato bugs anywhere I've ever lived. And now we have potato bugs in a vengeance. Like, there's just, like, so many potato bugs.
Yeah, look at the chickens out there.
Yeah, so we took the ducks out there. These ducks are a little bit more picky. And I picked a few potato bugs today, and I threw them to the ducks, and they just kind of looked at them like, what do you want me to do with that? So I took them upstairs to the chickens and put it in the trough for the chickens, and they went like crazy at them. So we'll have to put some chickens out there tomorrow.
Yeah, they like them.
And we've been doing diatomaceous earth on it and picking them off and things.
We try
like
to stick
that.
to natural things.
Yeah,
so if you're going to suggest, spray them with chemicals, we understand that, but we don't like chemicals on our food.
Yeah, we've been doing diatomaceous earth. Now, what happened is they came, and we weren't fast enough. Like, so with potato bug, you got to get them at the beginning. So if you see one bug, there's probably thousands of them. So you have to get them before they lay their larvae and hatch babies. We did not get them in time. The heat came, hatched all those larvae, and now there's babies in a vengeance, and they just go to town on the topseer plants. So that's kind of what's happening.
I wonder how that'll translate. The bugs go to town.
I don't know.
They eat a lot. That's what you mean.
Yeah.
That's an expression from Canada that really makes no sense, but we use it all the time.
Yeah.
When you go to town on something, you're just attacking it.
Yeah.
Getting it done.
Yeah. So anyway, it's
funny. I actually never thought
I
about
never
it.
really thought of it.
But
Russians have that too.
So, yeah.
They have sayings, right? Like even choo choo. Like we know Russian
slang.
is slang. So they have it too. And then
it's a train in English.
So. Yeah.
Choo choo. If you have bees, you have a lot of berries, fruits, and vegetables. Bees do a lot of work. She is very pretty. Yes, amen. They're cool to watch. Actually,
Yeah,
I
they
was
are.
this morning. The internet wasn't working at all, so I was bored. I went through. I was up at 4 o'clock this morning, couldn't sleep. So I was going through old photos from the earliest photos in my phone, and I came across some from our beehives as well, and they were swarming on the outs. Not swarming, but what do you call it? When the hive's too hot, they all hang out on the outside, like
Mhm.
this big bunch of them. So anyway, that's what I saw this morning. How did the girls do at the market again? It was less this week, not as good. You get ups and downs, depends on who's coming to the market to buy stuff, right? So,
Mhm.
um,
The
but
problem
you
that
know
I think that they're going to have though is too is everybody's vegetable gardens are coming
that too, yeah.
due right now in the village, so they're competing with other vegetable gardens.
Yeah.
So
In order for in order for it to work for us, we have to well, eventually, if you have greenhouse grown stuff, you can be at the market earlier than other people with homegrown stuff. There's a lot of product there that gets shipped in. There's very few people, or was very few people that are actually growing it in their gardens. A lot of it's being shipped in. So then you can compete and say, look, this is grown right here. But yeah, we'll learn. They're learning the language. That's the cool part. They're learning business skills. Uh, I came here alone to start a new life, and I feel like you are family. I can relax watching you all.
thank you.
Oh, are you liking it there? Because we talked to some other people that went there, and I'm pretty sure he said he was in Poland, right?
Mexico?
He or she?
Oh,
No, no, ridicule. I'm pretty sure it's Poland.
oh
Oh,
yeah,
forgive
yeah.
me if I'm wrong. It's
Poland.
Poland,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
We talked to some other people that came from Canada and actually moved to Poland and didn't like it. They're still there, but they're planning on moving to Russia. Poland wasn't as conservative Christian as they had hoped.
Mm.
So, interesting thought. All right. These are just narratives in the Western media. There is no shortage of anything in Russia. Potato inflation was one of those narratives. Okay, I wondered. I was going to comment on that because, as far as I know, there's lots of
I just
potatoes.
missed a whole bunch of.
I did.
Yeah.
I know that
Nope. Right.
by the time some of our friends here in the village were looking for seed potatoes, there was a shortage of seed potatoes, but that would have been timing. I mean, they already went into the ground. So, this one? No, I read that
No,
one.
that one.
Do
Right
you
there.
think it's a good idea to visit Russia before moving there?
If you
No,
can,
I don't think that's ever a bad idea.
if you can afford it.
We made up our mind. We did our homework before coming and realized there was nowhere else to go.
Mhm.
Russia was the only country who was going to long term stand up for all this. Uh, so we really do see Russia as a place for Christians to go and live safely. It's not for everybody. I mean, I had a nice chat with my sister this week too, and I mean, it just wouldn't be for her. There's too many things that she would miss over there, and some people have to stay there. That's fine. For our family, we made the decision to go, and we never visited first. We just decided that's where to
Mhm.
go. If that's where we're going, then why visit? It just cost extra money. We just sold everything, jumped on a plane, and came here.
Right, but if they can afford it
But
to
if you
come
can afford to
over,
visit, yeah, I
lots
don't
of
think
people
that's
have
bad.
done that, right?
Yeah,
But
we have
I,
entertained people from many different
yeah,
countries here that want to come and have a look, and they passing by. That we meet for lunch, chat for a while. You know, I think Russia has a lot to offer. It's a huge country. It's
yeah,
definitely worth checking out.
for sure.
We also believe we were led here by God.
Mhm.
And some people think that sounds crazy, but we didn't know Nizhny Novgorod. We
No,
didn't know anything about it. And from everything I've seen of Russia, I don't understand why I would want to live anywhere else. We love living here in
mm.
Nizhny. So
There is a lot of nice areas in Russia, but I just feel like it's just everything's come together
everything
here.
clicked good here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What animals do you plan to buy next? Maybe the idea of chicken tractor wasn't really bad, but it needs to be adapted to be predator proof. Oh, chicken tractor is not bad at all. It's a great idea. The reason we
Mhm.
used the netting we did is because one of the viewers gave us it for free, so we had it. And
Yeah.
rather than spending money on more netting, we used that stuff. That netting was never meant to keep foxes
No.
out. We're not that dumb. The netting was meant to keep chickens in, and uh, it worked fine for a
Yeah.
while until the fox found it.
Yeah, and then
Unfortunately, that's part of business.
the
So
chickens were just about ready for butcher, and they were
yeah,
perfect size. And our
and
little
they got eaten.
buddy decided they needed a meal.
Well, that last one's I think they were, but yeah.
They were just
So
having fun.
I mean, that's just we're going to adapt them for sure. We prefer to have
Some
our
of them have
chickens on
already
grass.
been put wired on now.
Yeah, we have chickens outside now again as well.
It is a great way to fertilize. the ground for one, but it's also a great way for animals because chickens are not meant to be locked up in areas in the
No,
barn.
it's more
So
humane for
yeah,
them to be
it's
able to
not
eat
natural,
grass.
but it also helps with like disease management.
What are you
Chickens
doing?
trying to untie this.
You can't.
Yeah,
Can you?
yeah, it's
Sorry,
not.
she's fidgeting with a knot here. So
He has like, oh look, a bird.
yeah.
And especially when his wife's talking, he loves to interrupt me and just
Do
be
it.
like, distract her because nobody cares. That's kind of his.
I was curious what you're doing because you have to take the mouse and stick it through that thing, or it'll never get
Anyway,
untied.
there's lots of diseases the chickens will get in a barn, but they will not get those diseases when they are out on the grass because it's better for them and it helps them to fight it. That's what I was trying to say before I was rudely
Oh,
interrupted.
carry on, carry on. Go by all means.
See, that's what I was doing, and
Hey,
nobody would have known I was
You
fidgeting.
couldn't do it without unplugging it. I don't think
I
so.
could. I would have went through there. I would have
Oh,
made the
maybe.
circle
Maybe,
bigger.
maybe.
Oh my! See what I have to put up with.
It's terrible. You have a hard life. I feel bad for you. They should definitely. What do you plan to buy next? So sheep. We're working on buying sheep and cows, milk cows. We're still hoping to be able to do that, but we have to. Well, it's just hard. It's hard to find animals. It's hard to figure out how to buy the animals here. I think we're getting close to the end of it
I
now.
don't know.
So hopefully it'll still happen this year.
If they're still available before we hear back
Yeah,
from those people.
everything's just a lot more complicated than it needs to be.
Well, that and we work at like lightning speed. Other people don't.
Yeah, but like in Canada, you just go to the sale, buy what you want, bring it home.
I know,
And
but
here you can't
it's
do
like
that.
even if there was a process, our process is faster than anybody else's process. It's like we
Sometimes.
have already researched, and this is why our brains are like so mushed right now. It's because we've already researched and planned and figured everything out. It's like 6 months in advance. And when we finally come to the conclusion that yes, it's a good idea, we want it done yesterday. Like we're just like,
Mm.
and other people don't work like that. They have a system. They have to fill out paperwork. Things have to
A
kind of
lot
go
of
in
paperwork.
order. You have to do it like this, and then we have to have a meeting, and we have to have tea, and then we have to discuss it some more, and then maybe they might come up with a decision at that point where we're like, come on, like we've already made our decision. Let's get it done.
Yeah, well, the one guy we're going to buy cows from, he's got an LLC, and he didn't think we have an LLC, so therefore we're not allowed to buy his cows. I guess some laws. I don't. I didn't understand that one. Like, who cares if you got an LLC? You have a cow. I want the cow. Sell me the cow.
Mm-hmm.
But we did have an LLC, and then I don't remember what happened to that.
The
Well, now he,
price went up.
yeah, but now he doesn't want to sell cows because he wants to increase his herd. So I mean that's fine. He had a nice cow. So
Mm-hmm.
anyway, it's just more complicated sometimes than it needs to be. Aaron, what are you gonna do this winter? Work. There's always more to do here. Got lots to finish off, and then hopefully I can at some point get some more language studying done as well.
Mm-hmm.
How are you gonna heat the house? We have a wood boiler here that was donated from a friend. His village got gas, and so he had this smaller wood boiler, be enough for our house, and he doesn't need it. So we're gonna hook it up and hope that it will heat our house. It obviously will do something anyway. I think it would. He thinks it would be big enough for our house, so should be good. Podcast is a wonderful idea. Marina, hello, Russian Canadians. When will you speak Russian?
We already covered that.
Yeah, it's an English channel, so. Read that already. Aaron, can you talk about your driver's license in Russia?
We don't have.
Russia does not forbid you from talking about your driver's license, so yes, you can talk about your driver's license in Russia.
We are still
We'll drive
driving.
on our Canadian, and you can do that until you get permanent residency. There's no problem.
And then you have a year after that in order to get.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
You have a year on your permanent.
So for us, that would be 3.5 years we have that we can still drive on our.
So we're a little ways from that.
Friend of mine just did his. So yeah, you got to do a written test. Go in for that, and then which is the same.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know about retesting, I guess, but I would assume I have no idea. Like an immigrant coming to Canada, they have to get testing anyway. But when I originally got my license, you have to go in for a written portion, and then eventually you have to go for a driving portion. So same idea.
Yeah, and then they have a driving course. I would say it's like driver's training in Canada. That's kind of what I would think of it as, which I think is great because, like, I was thinking with you the other day. I was like, well, why is it so much? And then, like, why do they do it so differently here? But now I realize is that it's a bunch of people living in a city. that would never have any opportunity to drive a vehicle like we would in the
Mhm.
country. How else are they supposed to learn?
Yeah, we discussed this a little bit yesterday. In Canada, we had a riding lawnmower. So
Yeah.
for mowing the grass around your house, and it's got four wheels, you sit on it and you drive.
Hmm.
For people who are here, maybe that don't know what one is. I know that sounds funny, but there's not very many here. Our kids would start driving that at
Well, we
5,
did.
6 years
We did
old.
too when we were kids.
Yes, but I'm talking about our children now,
Yeah.
5, 6 years old, and then we also had a trailer for one of them. So it doesn't take long before the kids start hooking the trailer up and backing it up, and so they learn how to back stuff up, and they're like 6 years old.
Hmm.
At 8 years old, we allow our children to start driving the tractor with supervision, of course.
Sorry, I just want to point out that our children are better at backing things up than I am.
Yeah, they've had practice. Well, some of them, more the boys.
Yeah, the older
Yeah.
ones. Yeah.
But at 8 years old, they can start driving tractor. Now, some of them haven't had much practice because we've been gone for
Moved,
2 years.
yeah.
We sold our last farm, but the last farm we had 3 tractors. Yeah, 3
Mhm.
tractors on the last farm. So they all get stuff. By 12 years old, Wes was running the tractor by himself as a business for our farm, of course, but baling hay for neighbors, cutting hay for neighbors. They've been driving vehicles around the farm since I don't know. I mean, Waylon drives now. Waylon's 11 years old. He drives a vehicle around the farm here if we need to. He brings it this way or that way. So they get a lot of practice, and that's what she's trying to say. People in the city wouldn't have that opportunity, of course.
Hmm.
There's a big difference between country kids and
I
city
think
kids.
I think of our nephew that came out to the country that time, and he had his
That's
written
right.
his
He was
written
18
test.
already, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he had his written test done, but he did not know how to drive very well because he just never had the practice.
Yeah.
And where would you? Where would you ever in the city without having
You
to
can't
worry
just let a
about?
kid jump in and
Yeah,
drive down
you
the
can't
road. So.
damage other people's properties or run over some kid on the street. Like there's just
Yeah.
really...
Here it's our field. There's
So
nothing to
as
hit.
far as I understand, they have like an actual course here that they teach them to drive a vehicle here, and I think that's really cool. I think that's really beneficial and it's a good idea.
Smart.
Mhm.
Valerie, until you have fence posts, you can post 6 videos a week. I don't understand.
I think it's.
But we have fence posts now anyway. So
Maybe
the Canadian government,
add
I
them.
heard this before, subsidies 50 to 70% of wages and training for immigrant employees, but not for Canadians. Isn't that something? So if you're a Canadian citizen, you might not get hired because they can hire the immigrant for the same wage as you, but they can get 50% back from the government.
Wow, that's terrible.
It is. How about taking care of your own citizens, right? So it's not right. So they're hiring migrants. I lost the comment, but anyway, hiring more migrants. In the West, the news is full of such nonsense about Russia. We don't have butter. We don't have potatoes. They're funny. Oh, yeah. You can buy a dozen eggs for $1.25 in Russia. 39 rubles you can buy eggs for in our local store. What's that worth? 39 was the cheapest I've seen now for eggs. That's 68 cents Canadian. Probably about 50 cents US for
that's not
eggs.
farm fresh.
No.
Farm fresh for more money.
How long have we been on this thing? Oh, over an hour already. We should cut her down soon.
Somebody up here. I just wanted this peek.
Where?
I don't know. You're moving too quick. I can't see it now.
All right, well, you find it.
I don't know. Where are you going? Yeah, I don't see it. It's already 1 o'clock in the morning there. Well, thank you for joining us. Apparently he had to run out. And he left me here all by myself. I'm not very good at this. Greeting errands. Are you going to grow teas? And how many wells are you drilling? So we have one well. We only needed one well. Praise the Lord. We thought we were going to have to dig a new well because our well was not behaving properly in the spring. And lo and behold, it fixed itself before we had to drill another one. So hopefully it continues to work. As for tea, we have lots of different stuff that we could make tea here, but we are not at this moment. in the thought process of being able to, in the future, have tea products.
Yeah, we've talked about that. Haven't we?
Yeah. It all takes so much planning and so much, like, yeah, it's hard to figure all of it out. Like, marketing is a big thing right now. I need people to
Well,
help
setting up a farm is
market.
exhausting anyway, but then doing it when you don't understand the language is more
Yeah.
exhausting. And then understand it's totally different markets. Like,
Right. So even just marketing stuff, like I need somebody to help market it. Everything. Like I'm not just starting farm products. I'm talking like even this type of stuff, right? We have this stuff available. We have that stuff available. We have things available, but I just need a way to help market our products. And because of the language barrier, I can't do it. I wanted a website. I've asked and asked and asked for help on making a website. It's either way expensive, more than money we can
you
afford.
realize you just put that on a live, you're gonna have like 43 offers for a website tomorrow.
Right. But that would be helpful.
True.
I need it though, a Russian.
Might be more websites than you need.
I know it, but I need English and Russian website together. So, but even being able to market to the outside of Russia, there's ways to do that. I don't know how to
And
do
shipping
that.
wise, yeah.
Shipping wise, inside Russia, like it's very exhausting. So, tea. I would like to get into the tea products, but again, how would I even? I don't want to make something, spend money on the product, and then have it sit on a shelf and not be able to distribute it.
One thing we're used to as well, the infrastructure. So you can, maybe not for tea, I don't even know anybody that makes tea in Canada, but I can grow pigs and I can try to sell them to my customers as meat. If I don't have enough customers and I end up with too many pigs, I can just bring all those pigs, throw them in my trailer behind my truck, drive to the auction barn, drop them off, and they'll sell my pigs to whoever's sitting there that wants to buy pigs. And I can do that with chickens, pigs, ducks, geese, calves, goats, sheep. It doesn't matter. Those infrastructures don't exist here, and so you have to market everything yourself, which makes it a lot more challenging. Because what if you can't find a market? You just spent all this money on growing tea or tea equipment, or I have no idea anything about tea, but whatever it is that you need to grow tea or some other product, and now you're stuck with the product.
Right.
And
we kind of did that with cups, and we were going to make that type of thing, but there's no demand on it, right? People can go to the store and buy a mug for a lot cheaper than what we can make it, right? So it's like they don't want to buy our mugs because, they can just go to a store and get a cheaper mug, right? So it's like, how much do you want to invest in certain things when you're just not going to make your money back on it? But on the flip side, it's like I know that there's a,
and time. It takes time to do all those things, and time is very precious right now. So.
Right. You're at the.
Okay, we gotta get going here. Finish a few off the bottom, maybe. Aaron, just buy sheep instead. The milk is good for cheese.
Depending on the sheep.
Yeah, but not everybody wants to drink sheep's milk though, or goat's milk. Do you plan on producing and selling any torshi, pickled vegetables? Probably at some point. Most vegetables we do are not pickled though. We can vegetables. She does.
No, I do pickle,
stuff,
but not
pickled everything. We make pickled pickles.
Yeah, I would like to do more videos on canning because I feel like a lot of people do not know the simplicity of canning and the variety of stuff you can do canning. Like people just assume that every canned food on my shelf in my past videos was all pickled. Can you imagine having like a huge room that big full of just pickled stuff? Like I like pickles, but not that much. That would be so disgusting having so much stuff with pickles.
We only pickle little cucumbers, basically.
Yeah, and then I tried some carrots once. Eggs.
They weren't a
I
big
tried
hit.
pickled beets. I haven't done that in years.
I like pickled beets.
I haven't done that in years, but I just
year.
Maybe this year. I just feel like everybody just assumes if it's in a jar that it's pickled. But what you don't realize, if you can go to the grocery store and grab a can of food that's in a can, like peas and beans or mixed veggies, that's canning. They're processing it, and it's staying good in that can.
Well, whatever they do, you can do.
So we should be able to do it too, right? Some people said, "Oh, well, you can't can mashed up pumpkins because," and I'm like, if you can go to the store and find mashed up or pureed pumpkin in the can, you can do it at home. It's that simple. You just have to have courage to do it.
Mm-hmm. Where was this one?
I don't know.
Sorry. Suncatcher, Arend, how are you doing with the hay mower? We don't have a hay mower. So maybe you mean with buying one. I'm still hoping to do that. But as I've said before, for the amount of animals that we have right now or will have this year, it's going to be cheaper for me to buy hay than it is to buy the equipment to mow the hay.
Right.
Long term, we want our own equipment, but I don't know if we're going to be able to afford it all this year or not. Mower is not that bad. I can find a used mower, decent used mower for like 130,000 rubles. So it's not terrible. But balers here, used balers are crazy. Like cheapest used baler I can find 500,000. Um, or you buy something that looks like it's super old and super beat up, right? But then it's not going to last you very long either. So yeah, it's too bad. It's just not enough used equipment around, and therefore the price is high. Such as life, I guess. And if interest rates were lower, maybe guys would buy more new stuff, and then there would be more used stuff. There might be an argument for that, but we're faced with what it is. So I'm still hoping that we can buy a baler and a mower, but I don't know if it'll be this year.
Sausage making, it's a good
We're
business.
going to be making it soon.
Yes.
We love making sausage.
I love making sausage.
So
and
our
I would
piggies
really
are
like
growing
to
up,
do
and we'll be making sausage.
smoked sausage.
Yes.
This person said Russia loved pickled everything, and we have an entire storage of pickled vegetables, and have no trouble believing that you have too. Yes, and so do Canadians, and so do other people around the world.
That's so much vinegar, though.
What I know, but a lot of people think they're scared if you don't put it in vinegar to kill the bacteria. They think that you're going to die of botulism.
Right.
That's what the Western, like in Western culture, that's what they've been brainwashed to believe, is that everybody's going to die because years ago people didn't process their food properly and they were getting botulism. And now we've ingrained a whole population to believe that you can't can food or eat that canned food because you're going to die of botulism. But they did it for generations, and only a handful of people died of botulism, right? So now you have to, and if you look at it, it was all in that generation where people stopped canning and they started buying processed or getting stuff from the store, canned food from the store, right? So it's got to be a new mindset that you don't have to
the
just.
usual thing if you smell your food before you eat it.
Well, botulism is one of those bacteria that is not really smellable. But if you cook it and really cook it like high
After
heat,
opening the can?
yeah. So some people like open it up. He's bad for this. He'll open up and he'll just start eating pickles out of the jar. That can be, if it's not done properly, you could potentially get on certain things, not everything.
Well, not pickles, I guess, because they got a.
No, but you did it on beets. You would like
Yeah.
pull beets out, not pickle beets, just beets, and he would
Just
start
water
eating.
bath beets.
Now, if they're not done properly, you could potentially pick up the
Mhm.
bacteria in it and get sick. But if you cook it, like you pull it out of the jar and you're going to heat it back up for your family, you bring it to a boil, you're killing the bacteria that's growing in the thing if there is any, and you're going to be fine.
What is your religion? We are Christians. Before canning, folks would dry or smoke food to preserve it for the winter.
Yeah.
Beans, fruit, etc. Yeah.
Or salt it. Salt was like salting it for what's the big one?
So we are also hoping to do a lot more drying
Mm-hmm.
and smoking. I for
Smoking,
years
yeah.
wanted to build my smokehouse, so I'm going to do it on this farm.
Yes.
Whether I use it or not, I'm just going to build a smokehouse. Now we'll get around to it. And same for drying. I want to build a good dehydrator as well. And I don't need you to send me one. I got plans to build one because I like building stuff. Just takes time.
So the fans have a good plan to help with the inexpensive mower.
Even more for the Belarus.
Well, first
Appreciate it.
we're saving for our son's surgery first. That's
Yes.
priority right now. He needs
Which
it.
we've actually saved you guys.
Yeah, Boosty
donated a
members
lot.
have really, really stepped up, and we thank you for that. We are part of the way there, and we
Mhm.
are so grateful. If you don't know that Wesley had an old injury on his knee years ago, and it's since been a really bad pain for him. He's walking like an old man.
Yeah, he's been in pain for a couple of years on it as we've been
And it comes and
trying to figure
goes,
out what
so
to
we're
do.
trying to figure out whether it needed to be done, something needed to be done. This doctor said it probably wasn't an old injury. It was probably, all the doctors have a different opinion on the matter. So we now have a solution that we could put this gel inside of his knee and potentially help it feel better. So we are hoping to do that in the near future, but it costs a lot of money because obviously healthcare is not free here. So we're saving for that. And we appreciate that the Boosty members are donating, and we really, really thank you.
Yep, it helps us out for a lot.
It sure does.
How are the kids doing? Great.
Yes.
Did you go to a church in Russia? We have been to many churches in Russia.
Yes.
Smoking, come borrow my equipment.
I'm thinking we're smoked meat.
I don't know. We used to dry beans back in the old country. Same with apple slices. Grandma used to do that a lot still. That was back in Switzerland. We have done that here in Canada. Yep. Dried apples are yummy.
Yeah, we have dry.
Ron Sear, on Farm Sim, silage is a big deal. Do you need all that for a few cows? I don't know what the volume, but silage is great. I like making haylage. So when I make hay, we call it haylage. When I talk silage, we're usually talking about corn. But both is the same thing. You take it in wet and wrap it in plastic, and then it cuts off the oxygen, basically causing it to ferment but not rot. And then eventually that process stops, and it stays wrapped in plastic until you feed it. Very great. And one of the reasons I like making haylage is because, especially where we lived in Ontario, Canada, it rains a lot, and you need really 3 good days in a row to make dry hay, and you don't always get that. And so when the hay's almost dry, then it rains, and then you have to rake it again, and every time you lose quality. Whereas when I'm making haylage, I can cut it today, tomorrow I bale it, I wrap it, I'm done, and I have excellent quality feed because it has not laid out there too long. So haylage is huge. If you're milking cows or milking anything, you need the best quality feed you can get. A beef cow doesn't care if the hay's been rained on 4 times. As long as it's not moldy, they'll be okay.
Somebody says for city people, you'll have to say it's like sauerkraut. Yes.
Yeah, I
It's
guess
like
that's a good
sauerkraut.
idea.
Yeah, I was going to say that, but I didn't want to.
It's fermented feed. But yeah, excellent.
And it smells like.
In order to get optimal milk, the best quality milk, the most liters of milk, you need the best feed. That's why I think it's funny when city folks think that dairy cows are being abused some way. It's ridiculous because they're the most pampered farm animal that exists on the planet. They literally get the best feed you can come up with because that's the only way to produce good quality milk. Beef cows, if anything, they might get, they don't even get a barn half the time. In Canada, we leave our beef cows outside. We give them some old hay, and they'll be all right. The dairy cows, they get the fancy barn that costs millions of dollars to build and the best quality feed. And anyway, yes, it helps for good leaders.
I think we should call it a night. I'm getting tired.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. I think that we'll leave it at that on the farming note.
Хорошо.
All right.
Thank you very much for joining us all. Thank you to all of those who donated as well tonight. Appreciate that very much. It helps us do what we do and carry on this channel. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you haven't done that already. If you're watching this later, you can catch us every Sunday. We do a live, unless we have no internet, of course, but otherwise every live. So, and we'll have more videos coming out this week. All right. God bless you guys. Catch y'all later. Oh, sorry.